All right, welcome, kings and queens, y'all. Welcome to the palace. We have got some important business to cover. And when I tell you, this fell in my lap late last night, and we're going to cover it. We're going to cover it. From the looks of it, it looks and appears to be that Anthony Lofties has been implicated in a $10 million civil lawsuit. Woo! Listen, let me just jump right in, okay? And I'll welcome everybody a little bit later. Please pardon my manners, but I received a very detailed and thorough communication with receipt upon receipt upon receipt. And when I say receipt upon receipt upon receipt, I'm talking about legal documentation. At least, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on. 7. Give me 1 second. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 documents. Thorough documents. I'm going to jump right in. I am going to give you verbatim the communication I received, and then I am going to go through the documentation. It says, "Dear Queen Sheba, I hope this communication finds you well. I am writing to bring to your attention a matter that has arisen regarding a federal case involving Anthony Lofties that was placed out on Sherelle's World. Sherelle, I don't know what you've gotten yourself into, but y'all, it's so important that when we talk about things, listen, that whomever is bringing you the tea, whatever, that they bring it all so that you are not half-assed and running to the spotlight with what appears to be the tea, and it could get you jammed up legally. So this communication said that this is regarding a federal case involving Anthony that was placed out on Sherelle's World. Listen, these legal people are listening and watching. They said, attached to this documentation, you will find public court records outlining how Anthony Lofties allegedly misled Sherelle's World. It appears that Anthony Lofties has requested to be removed from the case as a defendant, but it is very important to clarify that the federal court system operates differently. Unlike in other legal settings, individuals are not simply removed from cases at their discretion. Furthermore, Anthony Lofties seems to be representing himself in this matter. Wait a minute, what? Anthony Lofties seems to be representing himself in this matter, as he does not have a team of lawyers assisting him. Y'all, wow, I'm blown away. Because Anthony has said over and over, he has a team of lawyers and his money is long and strong. Oh my gosh. This case is still ongoing, and Anthony is actively still a major defendant in a federal court case by an active lawyer. I am concerned about Anthony's actions and how they may affect many of his misled viewers. It's troubling to witness someone navigating such serious legal matters without adequate representation or understanding of the system. Ooh. Let me be quiet. Queen Sheba, I admire your dedication to your work and your commitment to mental health. Your expertise in such matters is invaluable, and I trust that you will continue to uphold the principles of fairness and integrity in your endeavors. Thank you for your attention to this matter, and please keep up the great work. Wow. 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 What do y'all think? Let's talk about it. For those of you, ooh, look, I'm stumbling. Hell. Whew. I don't want to be nobody, honey. I'm going to stay over here. We going to Palace. Do y'all hear me? We stand over here. Yes, please block millimeters because we don't want no parts of a $10 million civil lawsuit. So please keep it on subscriber mode so I can stay my black ass over here with all of my Palace members because we ain't got time for that. Okay. Whether our money is long and strong or not, we don't want to give it up for free. But for those of you who are just tuned in, or if you're new to the channel, welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. Y'all, I can't even focus. Wait, let me back up. I am Queen $10 million? Wait a minute. I am Queen Sheba. I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience.
Subscribe now.
You know what? Y'all deserve better than that. Let me pause. Whoa, listen, that's a hefty lawsuit. But before we go deep, let me back up and reintroduce myself. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television, but most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. All right, so let's talk about it. Y'all, listen. Larry Reed posted something on yesterday and it said, content creators, stop fighting each other. I don't know why that is a thing. We are supposed to talk about news in church and secular celebrities and happenings that are in the public, not each other. Rule number 1, do not let people bring you info about what another creator supposedly said about you without video and audio proof that they said it. Listen, Sherelle's World, I think that is excellent information. You have a very large platform. I cannot believe that you have gotten yourself caught up in a bunch of mess, but to each his own. All I know is I'm staying out of it, but that's excellent advice, Larry. Number 2, always believe that you are being lied to when it comes to carry, go, bring, come. Number 3, you know what? Before we go to number 3, my grandmother used to always say, a dog that'll bring a bone will carry one. A dog that will bring a bone will carry one. Number 3, if you have relationship with that creator, call them and verify before you address it publicly, and be looking obsessive, delusional, thirsty, and stupid. Don't end up sued because you done went too far. And that's what it looks like. Somebody done went too damn far. And this is now a federal court case where the plaintiff is asking for $10 million in a civil suit. Okay. Now I am just going to briefly review some of these items that's specific to Anthony Lofties. And Anthony, it appears based on the communication, very detailed communication I received, that Anthony, the defendant, has filed a motion to dismiss the complaint/case. And it does not look like this motion was filed by a team of attorneys. Number 1, defendant moves to dismiss for the following reasons. And this is from Anthony. Let me just say allegedly, but I got the paper in my hand. I have the court, the United States District Court. I have it in my hand. And it was received April 18, 2024. It says the defendant moves to dismiss for the following reasons. Due to cases merely off of, quote, he say, she say. So it sounds like Anthony has filed, number 1, his first motion to dismiss because he said that this lawsuit is based off of he say, she say. In a statement A of plaintiff claims, Anthony Lofties used information from a subscriber and he contacted people from a particular location. The plaintiff has presented no exhibit to prove claims. So Anthony is saying that the plaintiff cannot prove where he got her information. I am just paraphrasing. Plaintiff accused defendant Anthony Lofties of contacting people from said location. Defendant did not provide any exhibits to prove her claim. Plaintiff claims Mr. Lofties conspired with others publishing her full government name and information. No exhibits or proof to support those allegations. It's he say, she say. So I don't know if an attorney wrote that up. It doesn't seem like that would be legal jargon that an attorney would use, based on the he say, she say, and also based on the communication where I do not see an attorney listed or a law firm or teams of law firms listed on the behalf of Mr. Lofties. Number 2, defendant, which is Anthony Lofties, moved to dismiss for the following reason. In statement B, plaintiff's claim says that Mr. Lofties doxed her July 2023 per intelligence. Anthony's question is, what is per intelligence? No exhibit to prove claims. In the same paragraph, plaintiff lists the exact dates of what she claims other defendants did to her. But when it related, I guess he means as it relates to Mr. Lofties, there is no date. So he's saying she didn't give a specific date. Doesn't mean you didn't dox her, though. I don't know, because it says July 2023. You know what? And let me just say this. In courts, you can give a roundabout. They don't expect anybody to have precise memories. But I think the fact that this plaintiff provided around July 2023, she was doxxed. Number 3, defendant moves to dismiss for the following reasons. In statement C, plaintiff claims she visited YouTube content creator channel to discuss current events and analyze television show. Plaintiff admit in paragraph C she provided her first initial and her last name and asked, content creators to call her by said name. But instead of having said name as the screen name, she used her government name. In paragraph C, plaintiff states she would give public information regarding particular topics and public legal tools with family law court to help the public understand and spot specific traits of people exhibiting specific character traits so that they could learn how to set boundaries. Okay, so I guess what the defendant, Anthony Lofties, is claiming that if you give any portion of your name, then he's really not doxing if you put a portion of it out there. Number 4, the defendant, Anthony Lofties, moved to dismiss for the following reasons. In paragraph 5, plaintiff states she believes defendant Anthony Lofties is conspiring to dox, harass, and threaten a federal attorney. And the plaintiff believes that Anthony Lofties is leading this charge of harassment, of doxing, and conspiring to continue this. But Mr. Lofties has said, or is claiming in number 4, that no evidence exhibits to support the plaintiff's claims. Keyword, plaintiff believes. Plaintiffs start her statement saying Mr. Lofties started everything. Now it changed from 1 to 2 people. The story has changed. Now, this is Anthony's response that I'm reading to you. So don't jump down my throat. I know it doesn't appear to be a legal response written by an attorney, but that's what we have here. Now, I was going to show you all these documents, but I don't think I am. Just know I'm reading directly from them. Number 5, defendant moves to dismiss for the following reason. Attached is the police report that was filed on August 2023. Plaintiff's story is different from the complaint the plaintiff filed with the police department. Plaintiff states Anthony Lofties hacked her and has given her information over the web, which nothing to prove those allegations, and then changed the names in the complaint. 2. So I'm just reading to you Anthony's response, okay, based on this court document I have in my hand that is stamped and dated as being filed on April 18th, 2024. 18, 19, 21. We're talking 5 days ago, okay? I have the case number. I have everything. So I'm just reading to you from the paper. So it looks like the plaintiff believes that Anthony hacked something, hacked her, got into, I don't know which account, got her information and shared it over the web. Anthony's Additional response in number 5 says, everything in this case that pertains to my name is he say, she say. And based on this sentence alone, everything in this case that pertains to my name, I would say that this information is correct, that Anthony currently does not have a team of lawyers, because this response is written in the first person. And it doesn't appear to be written from an attorney and or a law firm that is representing their client, because typically you would see words like my client. Okay. The police officer that states in the report that plaintiff sent an email, and officer said exactly word or word what plaintiff sent an email. I know, y'all, if it doesn't make sense, I'm just reading to you his response, allegedly. But I have the paper right here. Okay. Number 6, defendant Anthony Lofties seeks dismissal of this matter pursuant to Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 12B6, Federal R, Civil Procedure 12B6 provides for the dismissal of a case where the complainant fails to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. Number 7, when a court is presented with the Rule 12B6 motion, it may consider, complaint and any other exhibits attached thereto, public records, items appearing in the record of the case, and exhibits attached to the defendant's motion for the judgment on the pleading, so long as they are referred to in complaint that are central to the claims contained therein. The court must construe these documents in the light most favorable to the plaintiff. I don't know if this was copied and pasted into this response, but okay. The court must construe these documents in the light most favorable to the plaintiff, accept all factual allegations as true, and determine whether the plaintiff has alleged enough factual matter to state a claim to relief that is plausible on its face. And then he cited Klein versus Rogers, 87, Federal 176, 179, 6th Circuit, 1996. Okay, I'm not going to go through all that. I'm going to go to number 8. Defendant requests that this court grant their motion to dismiss for the above stated reasons and those stated in the attached brief in support. Wherefore, number 9, wherefore defendants request that this court grant their motion to dismiss for the above stated reasons and those stated in the attached brief support. And this is signed pro se / Anthony Lofties. Yes. And this was dated April 10th, 2024, less than 2 weeks ago. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Woo. Okay, now I have the police report. You know what I'll do? Let's make this video number 1. I don't want to overwhelm everybody. Or should I go ahead? All right. You know what? Let me pause for a second. Hold on. All right. So I wanted to peruse through the police report that was filed, and I want to make sure that I adhere to the communication that I received, that they are only wanting to share specific information regarding Anthony Lofties because he shared allegedly misleading information on Sherelle's World. And as a result, Sherelle also shared misleading information. And this legal entity is very serious about the misrepresentation of this federal case. So as I'm looking at this police report, I am going to not call out names, but only the name that I was asked to highlight, because that content creator is believed to be publicly misleading his viewers and others that may be tuned in to this lawsuit. It says on August 4th, 2023, at approximately 09:54 hours, The plaintiff responded to a fraud at blank. That is blacked out. I cannot see it. Dispatch notes that plaintiff was reporting that people hacked into her account and released private HIPAA information and doxed her. The police department made contact with the plaintiff, and the plaintiff shared that Anthony Lofties, located in Nashville, Tennessee, hacked her and has given her information over the web. The plaintiff was able to provide email documentation with the following. She provided her information, how she came to know Mr. Lofties, and also how she came to learn, based on this report, that Mr. Anthony Lofties, a YouTube content creator, doxed her publicly. And to dox, it means to publicly identify or publish private information about someone, especially as a form of punishment and or revenge. So the plaintiff stated in this formal police report that her information was revealed, that Mr. Lofties gathered her information when she subscribed to his channel. That Mr. Lofties accessed her identity and sent her personal information to others. And I am not going to share that part, okay? Plaintiff also believes that Mr. Lofties continued to share her information in retaliation so that this information would be spread wide throughout the internet, including private chats. The private chats have been named. Wow. People in the chats. But I am not going to call that out. This incident was reported to the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, to the legal support team at YouTube, and to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services information for privacy, for a privacy complaint. And that privacy complaint was attached and provided in this legal documentation. Ooh, hold on. Lord. So this complaint was also reported to the respective Nashville, Tennessee Police Department to report the cyber crimes that had occurred in their jurisdiction. The police states that his body cam was activated, tagged, and uploaded where he's supposed to upload it in their intranet within his corporation as evidence, whatever evidence that this plaintiff was able to provide. The police department also recommended that this report be forwarded to CIU for further investigation. This incident is considered open and active. Lord have mercy. And on the behalf of the palace, all I can say is prayers to all parties involved.